Okay, guys, we're here again in our new episode of Oakshire,
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3. This is taking like a documentary way, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's real, it's raw. You're
Honest.
here living it right along with us.
Suffering with us or having joy.
The joy, the blood, sweat, and the tears. And it's been a very busy month, I would say. March was.
Yeah, this month has been amazing. I think like compared to last month, like when we were just crying. Now,
Chapter 2, everyone's like, are you guys okay?
now we have great news. I think we have a lot of things to show. We'll show you a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I think like the most important thing was that we established finally the house, you know, like we feel comfortable in our house.
Our tiny palace with everything. We sort of were able to set everything up to cover like the basics, you know, cooking and washing and all of that stuff. And I think once we had that, it made everything else a lot easier, no?
It's much easier once you organize everything. You have your cycles, your systems are really working.
Mm-hmm.
Your routines. It's much more easier to live like that. Even it's a simple life, you know.
Yeah.
But well, I feel like we have achieved a lot of things this month. Like the first thing, like the nice thing was like finally the wood arrived. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That was something amazing because it took us like almost a month for having wood delivered to the house. You know.
Yeah. Which, like, last year, it came, like, in a second. We were able to find everything we needed, and this year was sort of unexpectedly took longer. But we got everything that we needed. You might have had to adapt the design a little bit, right? Sort of changing the plan.
Yeah, we had to adapt a little bit what we find, but it was nice because the truck arrived, the wood arrived.
Mm-hmm.
We were like content of energy. How you say, like when you're like, oh, I want to do this, and suddenly that things arrive and you just like start doing this and doing that, and it was nice because I think like with that we start working in the co-work immediately. Like I don't know, we had this huge project in the folder, you know, and we were just waiting for these 2x4s to arrive, these wood sticks. And then we start cutting and everything start developing, you know?
Yeah, and I think it felt really good to have that project start going because I think we mentioned it in the last video, like we realized it was a really important thing that we needed. So finally seeing it like come alive has been amazing. Just to know that space is going to be there, and we've gotten to sort of like imagine how it's going to be, what's going to be around it, and even planning more of that part of the property.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and also the work is nice because it will let us a space so we can work, protected from the wind, and I hope from the rain also.
Yeah, and the co-work itself is going to provide a windbreak to have, you know, some other things in that zone, right? Like the vegetable garden.
Yeah, also, yeah. That space there, we're thinking about more things. Well, that's going to be surprises we were telling maybe in the next chapter, but we are like starting finally to think about other things. But that's why I'm so excited, and the building of the co-work has been a lot of fun, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of painting, a lot of screwing for the moment, a lot of things.
It's always fun to see the walls go up.
Yeah.
That's like the best part. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was with this house too.
Yeah, well, that moment is amazing. Like you're there, like and suddenly like the house appears, and that's amazing. It's an amazing experience, and especially when you're building. Because we have the help from Don Pepe. That is.
Claudia.
Yeah.
Key character.
For helping us in a lot of things because it's a lot of work. But yeah, that's amazing. We're gonna show you some images of that. Like it's really nice the process, and you can see what we're doing.
What else have we been doing?
I don't know, a lot of things.
Well, another really big thing that happened was the water.
Oh yeah, the water's that's
The water was like a big theme of
drama. Or,
yeah, it felt honestly kind of like a reality show or something, right?
Yeah.
It's sort of, we start out, carrying these jugs of water everywhere for everything. And, we were trying to get the well going, but it's a really busy time of year. It was hard to find someone to come out and do it, right? Like,
yeah, not even that, like we find Don Mario that was doing all the wells around here. The Mario special character. And the thing was, like, we made a first try, like
yeah.
he came one day, he made like a hole of 23 meters. And
they're very good at what they do. Like, they were very sure that the water was going to be there. They picked this particular spot,
Yeah, and
It wasn't just like they picked some spot. It was, it was the spot.
Use like the sticks, like the old technique of
dowsing.
The Native Americans, but we have this first try, and it was a complete disaster because at the end we didn't find water finally, and Don Mario was completely upset.
Well, I mean, we were upset too, but him also. Everyone present was like.
Yeah, it was a really strong emotional day, but Don Mario swear for God that he will never come back,
Yeah.
And it was really sad. Well.
Oh, so we were there just like, well, what are we gonna do now? Like, there's really nobody else not many other people working in the area, and Don Mario's being like super dramatic,
Yeah.
And they were like, maybe you can hand dig a spring, remember?
Yeah.
We started digging like a hole near the.
And the Nalcas down, yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God.
That was amazing.
It really, honestly, it was very emotional. It sort of felt like, what did we do wrong? Like, did we anger the gods? We're here, trying to be very good to Mother Nature and, living this way.
Yeah.
I sort of felt like and that very same day, remember, the river opened up?
Yeah, the river disappeared suddenly. It was amazing.
The spot where we would go to swim about 10 minutes away, something just basically like a sandbar moved, and the river got swallowed up, and we lost our swimming spot.
Yeah, that was nice.
So it just sort of felt like the water gods were really angry, and anyway. It was the whole thing.
And then it was difficult because in this area, at least of this country, if somebody comes to look for water doesn't find, nobody else wants to come because
it's a bad spot.
It's market, yeah. It's like across. But I'm really glad that our neighbors interfered for us and they spoke with Don Mario and told us that how he was not going to take us water. And after a week, we have another try. Don Mario came and we have another try and was beautiful. And it was funny because my father was also that day visiting.
They didn't know that they were coming for the most dramatic moment in Oxarloanco history. You know? But they just happened to be here on Water Day.
Yeah, that was, and when you have something to tell us about the weather.
Oh, yes. Well, I was really affected by the fact that we didn't find water the first time, and I sort of did a kind of ritual by myself when you and Santiago were trekking. And I was here in the house on my own, and just sort of almost meditating about water and about what was going to happen the next day. And my conclusion after that experience was sort of whatever, Mother Nature will take care of us. And if you think about water, it's such a huge monumental force. We're next to this powerful ocean. It really, I came away from it like, we're so small compared to like these forces of water. We have no right as human beings to like demand water the way we do. Assuming that we can find it and take it, it's a blessing. And Mario always says like, water is life. Agua es vida.
Yeah.
Over and over, he always says it. And even these guys, the well guys, they never say we're going to find water. It's we're going to look for water. If God willing, we find water.
Yeah.
There's definitely like this sort of spiritual, almost esoteric moment about it. Like a superstitious element about it.
Yeah,
But-
it's strong superstitious
Mm-hmm.
here in this part of the country.
Yeah.
But it was nice because we made this second try, and I remember we were here barbecuing with my father, and then like we went after, and they were there already done. They have already done the hole, and we were there. Like I was really nervous because for us it was critical to find water because there's no way. So it's really will be really tough to not find water because
Mhm.
now we have to buy water like
Forever.
for this. I don't know. I don't feel like a nice thing to like. I don't know. Well, but
It was a key in the sustainability of
yeah, it's a key element. Really, water is a
Yeah.
key element. Like living without water, like we were living like with maybe 50 liters of water for us for washing dishes
per week.
per week. Yeah, drinking
Yeah.
water. And I was using some external water for watering the plants.
And with that, you realize how precious it is.
But it's really precious.
You
That,
have to bring it all down in the...
And move water is using
Yeah.
like now for me it's guys for you maybe it's something really common, but like to open like
The tap.
the tap and take a glass of water or just clean a dish.
Now we're here like,
I feel like
like, oh my god, water.
it's marvelous. Like I cannot feel more like happy in my life.
Yeah. In the end, I'm kind of glad it took so long to get the water because I hope I'll never lose this feeling of like gratefulness about it, because like we're really lucky to
Yeah.
have it. We're really grateful to have it.
Yeah, it's true. And we do it that way. Like I feel like worst understanding what is water before having it.
Yeah.
And then like what else? We also to finish this like that day we were there like it's there's no water, it's water no water. We have a long time and finally there was water. Like that was amazing. Like we have like the pipe and we were all happy and it was amazing. It was one of the happiest days.
Even Don Mario was really happy.
Yeah, everybody, even my father was
Our
saying.
neighbors.
Our neighbors, everybody.
Yeah.
It was like a blessed day, I thought we were blessed somehow.
Yeah.
That was the drama of the water,
Plus, Don Mario and his son were like Mario Jr. They were like two
Yeah,
crazy characters.
yeah,
Like,
they're amazing characters.
a lot of the people we meet around here have a lot of personality. It seems.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, well, that basically. And then what other things? We were working with to making a chicken cage also.
Yeah.
We had this dream also of having chickens. Like it was an important thing for us to start our homestead life.
Yeah, because we'd like to have, maybe more animals eventually, but like chickens always sort of felt like this would be a good first step to try it out and, just get used to keeping animals, and we eat a lot of eggs. So
Because we have in this moment we have like 22 trees that I'm watering.
Mhm.
But I feel like they're tiny, so they're small. Like I don't know. I don't feel like I have farm just watering trees. Like
Yeah.
I feel like chickens are adding something, and also I think psychologically, it's like I have somebody else to speak with.
Some friends.
Or something to love at least, or to take care for. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, well, they that's kind of a secondary effect, yeah. But like every day, they need to be fed and they need water, and
yeah.
I mean, they're like fascinating little creatures to watch too. But they're a big part of like what we imagine to be our sustainable, you know, farmstead, homestead thing, you know. Or at least we've been dying to try it out, so we decided to go for it. And since we had all this wood delivered, it was a project that we were able to work on in between other things, and we kind of imagined that it would be pretty simple. Turned out that it wasn't.
Well, the pain in the ass also. No, it was a lot of like. It's easier to make like a big structure than to make small things in wood. I think.
It's true.
Details in wood are really. It's much more work than you imagine. You know? But it was nice. Like, to be honest, like now that I remember, like we were there, like working, like looking to the ocean, like.
Imagining like these little, we're making a little tiny wood palace for these creatures, you know, like, oh, they're gonna be so happy they'll lay golden eggs. That was our joke.
And also I was there, like I have to create this workspace there also for the chickens to work for the both projects. It was amazing.
Yeah, that zone kind of became a big work. Like, that's where all the projects were happening. Like, you had the work table for cutting, and I was always painting in that spot next to it.
Let's see what's behind here. Is this where the magic happens?
This is the workshop. Maybe a lot of tools here.
It's in full production mode.
Yeah. But as always, I cannot find my pencil.
Don Pepe probably stole it.
I don't think this is any useful.
How's it feel to be a homesteader? Month 1.
Nice, but it's a lot of work really, especially when you don't have water and you don't have much infrastructure and still we don't have a shower. But it's really nice, like life building is enjoyable really. And at the moment, well, we have the problem with the water, but we'll solve that. For the moment we have the tank, I don't know. I'll show you how. Still, I have to install it, so maybe I will show you guys that in another video. But it's really nice. It's because at the end, like when you were you are like taking all the painting part of the projects, and I'm like more taking like the building part of the projects, like screwing and cutting. And I have sometimes the help of Don Pepe. But it was really nice, really. Like, I feel like
it turned out beautiful. I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of heavy to move it. The design is like this little triangular A-frame kind of inspired thing, and the idea, it's like a chicken tractor where you can move it to a different spot every so often after they exhaust the soil, you know, new bugs for them. But they're going to be free after 1 more week.
Yeah.
They can.
1 more week we can start making.
They can go out all day and eat bugs.
So, but before that, like we have a surprise video to you guys. Like, let's see.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Hi, Wen.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
What are you doing?
Well, welcome home, guys.
Our new members of Oakshire. 4 chickens.
We
4 girls there.
we now have gallinas. Hello, girls. Okay. The rooster's in this one,
Yeah.
but she's nice.
We,
Supposedly.
we hope so.
Should say they were only in the bags for like 5 minutes.
In the car, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. They're not like the new members of Foxshire.
You like your house? You like your new house? Okay.
Who's gonna come from there?
Well, let's go. We're home now.
Wow.
Let's go.
The rooster.
Oh, and there's the little one. That girl is the youngest. The one who has the Elvis hair.
Yeah.
She's like a baby. And everybody else is a big girl. And that dude is our rooster. You. Yes, you. Hello. He's beautiful.
Yeah.
Guys, do you like your house? Do you like your house?
Okay. Say goodbye, Winnie. These are the new members of Foxshire. Hope they enjoy this life here.
Welcome, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So that's our new member. Sorry, we spoke like, but the chickens are now here. Right? Finally. Oh no. Winnie?
Now Oakshire grew from 2 to there's 7 in the rooster.
Yeah, we have 8 chickens
Oh, there's 10 of us here at Oakshire.
plus 3 cats.
Plus 3 cats. Yeah.
Wild 3 cats.
3 feral cats.
Yeah, like, and that is basically.
Who knows how many there will be next time in
Yeah.
the next video.
You don't know.
You never know.
But you know, guys, this is amazing because like last month I felt like nothing was happening. You know, we're just like stuck. You want to do something. There was no resource, no material. Like and
We just had this long list and we couldn't get started on
Yeah.
any of it.
But this month is completely different. Like finally we're doing things. I feel like we're advancing and
Now it's the opposite problem.
I feel like
Tons to do.
there's something to do. But I feel like I don't know. This is like things that happen in life. You know, like it takes time to start something and that thing to start moving. You know, it's like now that I can reflect. Like you cannot like arrive to a place and say, okay, let's start our new life here and
Just launch into everything.
launch everything. You know, like I feel like you're slowly like deploying systems, deploying resources, deploying things,
Mhm.
creating structures, creating routines, creating systems, and slowly like these things start growing and growing and growing and growing,
Like a snowball.
and in a point you don't even notice it, and suddenly you are just like with your mind
Suddenly,
all these breaks. You know?
suddenly things are like getting crossed off the list, you know.
Yeah, a lot of things out of the list. But I don't know, I mean that this is like, things in life are like that, or not like,
Mhm.
you're like, I don't know, takes time to things to start moving. It's like a kind of an inertia?
Yeah.
Inertia. Yeah, inertia. And I feel like finally we are crossing that inertia. I don't know where we're going in this moment. Like, we're growing now.
Now we're sort of in the mode of preparing for winter, right? We have a lot of stuff we need to do before the winter rains.
Oh, yeah, but
Come.
that's stuff for the next chapter.
Yeah, I'm teasing it.
We're teasing. I don't know.
I'm teasing it so they'll hit subscribe. So they won't miss anything.
Oh yeah, it's true. And you're using the old techniques like to tell people what people know. You're so smart, man. So practical, you know. But yeah. Okay, guys. So that's a good reason. So you can push subscribe button.
I was doing an organic thing.
That's okay.
Anyway, well, once again, you guys, thank you for watching this entire video.
Yeah, I hope you're enjoying, and for us it's important to show you what we're doing. And for us also it's a way to register and
Like document,
document all this.
so that when we're old and,
Yeah,
you know,
but also
we can look back and see how crazy we were.
it's a way to communicate to everybody also what we're doing. You know?
Yeah.
And anybody feels that this is something that can be useful for them, please
Yeah,
watch
because
it or call us or
totally.
you know,
That would be awesome. And like this video is sort of what makes us feel like even though we're here alone in a quarantine, like we're doing this alongside all the people we love too, because we can show it to them, you know.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's been a nice moment, you know. I hope to see you soon, guys. Goodbye.
Bye guys.
I wish you the best.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Oops, we did it again.
I play with your food. I lost in the game. Baby. Okay, wait. That could be like the
The outro.